There's this game I like to play and it's called Will I Make It to Work on Time? I've been playing this game for years and it's especially challenging when you're not a morning person, and I've graduated to hard mode, adding a baby, a daycare drop-off, and solo morning duties on top of all of that. So here's a realistic look at my morning, trying to make it to work on time with all of that in the mix. First, I wake up around 5:30. I've streamlined my hair and makeup routine to be as quick as possible, but sometimes figuring out what to wear takes forever. Anyone else get stuck in that cycle? My husband Drew is already long gone by this time. He works 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., so he leaves the house by about 5:30, so I'm doing morning solo. But shout out to him, he always preps the bottles before he leaves, which is a huge help. Doing the mornings alone isn't easy, and when I feel overwhelmed, I remind myself of two things. One, major props to single moms who do this 24/7, and two, I love being able to see my daughter in the morning. Regardless of how hard it is, I'm glad I get to see her before I go to work. It would be so hard if I didn't get to see her. I change her diaper, get her dressed, and then I feed her her morning bottle, and by this point, I'm really starting to run late, so I'm just praying that she doesn't poop before we leave because we don't have time for another diaper change. Although I would if she needed to, don't call CPS on me or anything. After the bottle, I let her play with her toys in the living room while I pack her bottles and food for daycare. She's learned to crawl now and is getting very curious, so I have to keep one eye on her always. I forgot to pack my own lunch, so I'm going to buy lunch at work, and I didn't have time to make breakfast today, and we ran out of coffee creamer, so I'm pouring myself a delicious cup of black coffee until I can get to work and snag some coffee creamer. I grab the babes and the bags and head out the door. It's about this time that I realize that I also forgot to brush my teeth, but I don't have time to turn back now. I have about a 25-minute drive to daycare and then another 25-minute drive from there into work, so that with the actual drop-off itself is a good hour added to my routine in the morning. And today I didn't leave my house until after 7, so it's not looking good for me to get to work by 8. I go into the office every Thursday and my first meeting actually doesn't start till 8:15, so technically I have some flex, but I either lead or back up this meeting, so I like to have some time to prep for it before just diving in. Anyway, I finally reached the parking lot by 7:58, but I still have a good 5 to 7 minute walk into the actual office building itself, so I'm officially late. I finally got to my desk at 8:06 and I'm going to call that a fail. Let's see if I can make it in time next time.